driving around a little bit, see what we can see from the car. I missed a turn. I'll go back to and see Garden of Eden. I think it said it was called. And I got up early this morning, went over to the Delicate Arch, and got up there, got on the trail when the stars were still out, and made it up to a view of the arch before the sun came out. So I've done some hiking already today. Oh my gosh. There is, it seems like a crazy density of formations in this area here. It's kind of overwhelming. There's so much to see. But my plan is to take it easy the rest of the day. Not do much more hiking. My knees are definitely feeling a little worn out. I'm going to reposition. I'm going to try to get a camping spot on one of the south entrances to Canyonlands, and I've picked out a hike I think I want to try to do. It's kind of a long day hike, so we'll see how that goes. But might as well get a view of this place as we drive out. There's just crazy cool, crazy beautiful. There are a lot of people here, but you can't really blame them. Everybody wants to see this. A lot of kids. A lot of the trails, like the one I was at, it's good for kids. It's not too far. It's got a lot of views. You could tell a lot of parents were nervous around. There's a lot of places that have a lot of friction climbing. Really, you're kind of on the side of the rock, and the rock is super grippy. Even in the places where people have trampled on it a lot, it hasn't gotten polished. It probably just wears down. It's you can tell it's definitely worn a little bit, but it doesn't have like super deep grooves or anything in it. But that might be because they might change the trail. But it's definitely some places where it's a little bit tilted and makes people nervous. Or the other way it might go is somebody getting used to this rock and what they can do here might go somewhere else and try walking down like that, and it just won't work. This might throw off their calibration of what's possible in some places. I had a really good hike this morning. I was testing out my full layering system. It's actually, I've not assembled it before and didn't really intend for it, but I have kind of just all the pieces assembled. A little bit of a insulated layer, and then a fleece, and then a windbreaker. It seemed to be working pretty good. It's a little, I was sweating a lot on the hike up, guess. And then trying to control it as much as I could, and then I stopped and I just stayed up there for a long time. I can't remember exactly when I went down. It was like 9 or 10. By the time I was probably around 9 something, then I started heading back. And I had been up there since before. Well, I forget. I didn't really check what time I got to the arch, but I woke up around like 4:30. Drove into it didn't take me as long to get moving, and got into the park pretty good. I forget. It was probably around 5:30-ish. Took me a little bit to get going on the trail. And then I made it in pretty much one shot. I was really kind of, well, I was fresh, but I was also just kind of pushing it to get up there in time for the sunrise. And it was kind of funny, on the way there, it was dark enough that I didn't see all the signposts, and I kind of lost where the trail goes on to basically a big rock surface, and you basically follow signposts up, around and around, or you're supposed to, and I didn't keep following them, didn't see the next one, and so I kind of just went uphill and towards the light. Basically, it looked like there was a ridge and a light on the other side, and I didn't know where the arch was, but I figured I could see a handful of people, so that would, when I would see people, I would head towards where I'd seen them at. And but it ended up that I actually came upon this like chasm in front of me, and then went around, found a way. So like obviously I had to find a way around. I could see there was a way around to the left. Started going around there, and then I could see a bunch of people set up with cameras and stuff on the rim, but it was kind of indistinct. I could only really see their silhouettes, and so I thought they were set up to look like at the next ridge over, because they were kind of on the crest of a ridge, and I couldn't see them well enough to see which direction they were facing, and so I thought they were looking at the next ridge over. So I was looking for a way to get through to them. I looked around to the left, looked too steep around the edge of this, like there's this kind of amphitheater kind of situation going on, and so I saw the thing around to the left wasn't going to work, and then I could see there's kind of like a pathway through the middle around this like formation I could see, and so I started working my way that way, and then it was like right as I passed by this formation, I realized that it's actually the arch, because of the way I had approached it. From the angle I had approached it, I couldn't tell that it was hollow inside, or like I had approached it from the side, so it only looked like it was like a pillar or something. And so I was, fortunately, I had gone around the other side of it from where everybody was pointing their cameras. But I ended up like right below the arch, and scrambled around to the right, and found leapfrogged my way from formation to formation, trying to stay out of people's way, it was pretty good, because it is like, it's this crazy amphitheater kind of situation where the arch is like kind of on stage, it's baffling. It's crazy how it looks. It's like it's the center stage of this amphitheater, and it's the arch. So I worked my way around and got to a place where I could see over to the other side, what I thought they were looking at, which was also, it's also crazy and amazing. More formations. Man, you can see this too. Like, there's just so much in this park. And anyways, just spent the morning just hanging out and rotating around back and forth, different viewing angles, watching the sun come in, watching it play on the rock, like far away. I could see other arches around in the park, and watching the sun play on the cliffs, and it made the different features of the rock look more dramatic, and it was just nice to hang out up there. It was a little cold, a little chilly, not too bad though. Had enough to stay comfortable enough. So now I'm headed out of the park, and going to try to rest up the rest of the day, and probably do one of the last hikes for this trip tomorrow. That's probably how it's going to go. Is planning on just doing a hike tomorrow, and then probably start heading home. I'm not sure if I'll do any stops on the way back. I might try. I'll have to look at the route. I might try swinging through, see if I could just drive through the San Juan Mountains. Might try that. I'm not sure if the passes they're probably open, but that might be cool. I don't know if I do that. It might be on the weekend. I don't know. Even if there's traffic, it's probably still worth it. I haven't figured out what the snow-capped mountains around this park are. The ones I can see. There's one that keeps featuring prominently, one set of mountains. Can't tell if it's this one in front, but it seems like the desert features just like are running up towards them. It looks like you could almost walk from the desert up into the mountains. Pretty cool views. I think that's one of my favorite things, is especially like the timing is so perfect for visiting this season with the snow-capped mountains all around. Giving that contrast is really nice, and it's not like the heat isn't oppressive. It's pretty cool actually. It's like 70 degrees now. It's getting close to noon. Just incredible. I saw at least one section, I think, the furnace or something. It seemed like there was some way to get climbing permits there. I don't know what other areas. It just seems like there's so many areas, so many walls. There's got to be some climbing in here. I would think, but different parks have different histories with that, with climbing, and the rock is soft and delicate, so it might have issues that way. I've seen some metal hardware in the rock. I can't tell if it's for climbing or if it's just like how they anchor their signposts or something. But just crazy amounts of very interesting rock formations. I had been trying, the last hyperlapse was at 5 speed, I believe. I was just trying that on the way out of the park. See if it's a better view. I might switch back to that. Look at this. It almost gets to a point where it's too much. It's not even like, oh, I guess I'm almost at the park entrance anyways. I'm gonna go get fuel on the way. I was thinking about getting something to eat, but I'm not really feeling any kind of thing in particular. I don't want anything in particular, and I've got plenty of food with me, so I'll probably just go and see if I can find a camping spot. I've got another dispersed campground I'm going to look for, see if I can find a spot. And then I guess we're getting towards the weekend. Today is, I think it's Thursday today. So that'll make tomorrow Friday. Parks will start filling up. I did get, I talked to some Australian guys yesterday while I was hiking, and they had done some Canyonlands, and they said the southern area was a lot less busy. So that's what I'm trying to go in. I think the place I'm going should be a little less crowded than other areas of the park. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's a really, really nice park. I'm glad I came out here. Glad I saw this. It's like some places you go, it's like they pick that one perfect angle, or they have the perspective in such a way like it's not what it really looks like. But this place is just incredible. Like everything, like that delicate arch that's on the license plate. There's so many, like 360 degrees by 300, like everywhere you could go around the thing, you could turn around in almost every direction and have a really cool view too. Like it's just compounding degrees of view. It's crazy. And there's like the what's on the license plate is probably, I don't know, it's hard to capture the setting that it's in. And I guess I'm out of the park for good for today. Like, I'm not going back through that. I don't know why it takes them so long to get through, but they're being nice to everyone. I guess that's part of it. I think that's orange side to the left. It says it's 1 hour from that point It's about 1 hour wait to get into the park. They should hire meaner guards and just be nice to them. Be nice to people once they're inside the park. Let them get through the gate. Alright, let's see. What's this guy's doing? Probably should have let him go. Whoops. And let's go through Moab, find us some fuel.